no access.
Tony.
Isn't but because but
That looks like a handwritten logbook. Like mine. Every page describes a desolate place, maybe here on this planet, and then some kind of fantasy story that fits that place. A city, a battle, animals made of metal, something like that. That looks like a hand... Every page describes... That looks like a... Every page...
I saw it with my own eyes, Tessa. She transformed the drill room in seconds while floating in the air.
I believe you.
We have to evacuate with the shuttle.
Where to? It's capable of flying through space, but is used for locomotion on the planet. It doesn't have enough power to get us all to any spaceport. And there are reasons why we are not on the other planets drilling for resources. They are barely habitable.
So should we just wait?
No. We go for double security. We will send out a distress signal for an evacuation. Our best chance is that a ship will hear it and get us out of here. At the same time, we will examine the most promising accessible planet for a chance of survival. The scouts will come back. In case no other ship has arrived and the planet is habitable, we will evacuate on our own with the shuttle.
That is risky, especially for the scouts.
I am the best pilot. I will fly.
I thought so. I will accompany you.
What?
Joe, you can do this. Mark and I have been a team for many years and have the most experience of anyone here in exploring alien planets. I will not entrust this mission to anyone else in my place and put him or her in that kind of danger. You guys set the signal, get everything ready, and seal off the station until we return or you get picked up.
All right.
Good. I need a list of all the planets and the scientific assessment of their habitability and distance.
Understood.
Okay. You go there. You over here. Ow! Crap! Just leave me alone. Damn technology.
No. We're always happy to see you, Mr. Bishop.
I don't want to keep you. You're doing an outstanding job.
But there is some important news. In just about a year's time, you will be able to leave this planet. The yields have been decreasing, which has nothing to do with you, and the trade routes have shifted. All those involved will receive compensation and alternative positions, or other options and settlements, whatever they prefer.
Well, what can I say? I will inform my staff.
I will be speaking to a few of your team members personally. Your husband, for instance. But apart from that, are there any grievances you have to report?
Well, we're missing a team. They should have gotten back yesterday, but there was a storm in that sector, so we're not too worried yet. The second rover and a team is ready to look for them, but so far we don't think that's necessary.
Insightful. I agree with you. Nevertheless, keep an eye out.
Of course. Always.
Three planets within the solar system can be reached. Their calculated vitality is at 22, 29, and 42%. As a comparison, this planet is at 94%. Their distances are 2 days again, and 4 days respectively. The ship has enough power for 10 to 11 days, depending on whether there are any complications and how much energy it would take to navigate the planet.
Pretty tight then.
I've seen worse.
True. Save the third planet's coordinates on the ship, and thanks for your efforts.
You seem pretty sure.
Yes, it's unpleasant, but...
I meant you seem happy.
What? No, I'm not happy with these circumstances at all. I mean, I enjoy and miss the thrill of a challenge. I have to admit. That sort of thing just gives me... life. Energy. But I would prefer if there was not so much at stake.
I suppose it is 3 times.
Okay, quiet please, everyone. Thanks. Okay, yesterday we received a reply from the Kalenko. They will reach us in 2 days. As it's a pretty big ship, they're going to have to land outside in a quite far away sector. We have set up an emergency shelter and will get everybody there.
What about those who are still out there?
They're 2 days overdue and aren't reacting to any radio signals. We don't know their exact location. We have no choice.
And that's enough for us to just abandon them?
Let me explain what we have planned. Then we can discuss everything. And considering the situation, I would be happy to vote on this. Okay? Good. So, our plan is to lock down the facility with the NOAA evacuation protocol. We can easily keep the doors to the lab and storage open by other means. Iron bars should do the trick. That way they will have access to tools and food. We will only take what we need for the evacuation. The Kalenko is equipped with long-range scanning technology and life support systems. Maybe we can convince the commander to wait a few days. Even if our missing crew members can't contact us, we will notice their re-entry into the atmosphere.
The commander is going to go nuts and do nothing when we tell him what's happened here. Tessa and Mark are dying out there. It's just like when Brown and Summers didn't show up again.
If it's as bad as you say and as bad as we all think, then we shouldn't be staying here, should we? They'd have done the same, however reluctantly, because it's our best chance at survival. In fact, those are our orders, but my offer still stands. We can hold a vote. Commander Carter, I hope this message reaches you in time. I've tried to reach you on every single channel. There's been no reply so far, but I'm trying one final time. We've started the evacuation protocol NOAA and almost completed it. A rescue ship is on its way and will pick us up. We have already set up a temporary shelter at the evacuation point. We haven't heard from any other ships. I can't say when we'll be able to send out a team to get you. I don't even know if the corporation will be willing to do that. They wanted to abandon this outpost anyway, as you know. The whole team and their families, they're all either already at the evacuation point or will be there soon. I'll join them in a moment. We've had problems with our vehicles, but we haven't had time to take care of them. I will be reluctantly using the last functioning rover to get to the evacuation point. One of the broken rovers remains in the hangar. I hope you and Mark can get it working again. I also hope you will get back in time and that I will see you again. The evacuation point sector in the database is 29-14-Z...
That's her core. That means it can't be Mark. But then she was the danger we ran away from. So she was here then.
It looked like she was keeping the security officer from speaking.
Yes. However, she did that. She was a few meters away from him. But she didn't want me to find out this point's name. She said that it wasn't planned that he couldn't speak. What does this all mean? How long ago was this core?
79 days.
The sector began with 2914? That wasn't all. The evacuation point should be listed in the database and reachable by rover.
They won't be there anymore, Tessa.
I hope so.
You still want to go there?
It could take weeks to repair this console. Months until we establish contact with a ship. Setbacks, despair, boredom, solitude. And all the while we'll have a mysterious figure running around. Sooner or later I'll be sitting in that rover trying to figure out what I'm doing all this for and if my family managed to get away. To safety. I should have that certainty before I put everything I've got into repairing this thing.
That is illogical. The longer you survive, the higher the chance of getting that certainty is, and your chances of survival are highest here.
I know it's illogical, but I have to do it. I have to follow my instincts.
You can manipulate your instincts. I know that from other interactions with humans. Just imagine hugging them tightly.
My thoughts are only showing me how they're sitting there, huddled up in fear in a makeshift shelter, waiting for salvation that never comes. Or never came. I have to get that thought out of my head. Only then can I concentrate on my own survival.
I do not have enough limbs to physically hinder you. According to the security officer, they made their way to an evacuation point which lies in a sector beginning with 29 to 14. The final 2 digits are missing. Without them, we are unable to locate the evacuation point with certainty.
Doctor, I'd like to have a word with you about the commander. Who is he?
You know I can't tell you, Mr. Bishop. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Well, it's my duty to ensure that everyone in this station survives. I won't be visiting for another year, so I need you to give me any and all relevant information.
You're making me break all the rules, and believe me when I say I am not happy. But I understand. Let me put it this way. He is feeling the pressure and thinks he can deal with everything. But his medical records say otherwise.
Insightful. And good to know. And our leading explorer?
Tessa is happy to throw herself into her work, rarely sleeps, and consistently delivers top results. I always advise her to take time to relax, but that just makes her laugh. Her examination results are always normal, so I don't have any authority for a medical intervention, but...
No buts. She is showing exactly the level of commitment I expect.
That doesn't surprise me. Well then, let's have a look. No, the scans confirm the blood levels and all other tests, Joe. He's perfectly healthy. No abnormalities or substances in his blood. Nothing. And compared with the last routine examination, there are pretty much no differences. Not even showing signs of shock, which frankly doesn't surprise me. He's always been pretty hardened when it comes to things like this.
But he's been talking about some witch who just made his teammate vanish.
What? So why didn't they find a body?
He didn't say she killed him, but that he just vanished into thin air. And then he went back to the station immediately. And I thought you would tell me that he's just in over his head. Cabin fever, homesick, lack of oxygen, scurvy, psychological problems, sweaty feet. Anything that would be comprehensible.
Well, I'd need more time for a psychological examination, but physically, there are no indications of any issues.
Doesn't work? Yeah, right. I mean, I came here yesterday to check. What the hell? There's a cog missing. What? Mark!
I hate this gate so much. I hate this whole station. A penny? If I find out who put a penny in here, am I the janitor at a primary school or something? There we go. All set to work.
Hey, Fry, are you okay? What happened? Where's Brown?
That's a damn good question. I think the answer is everywhere. Wizard of Oz mission. Don't get me started. More like Baba Yaga the Witch.
What are you talking about?
She just showed up, man. At least I think it was a woman.
Watch your tone when you're talking to me. And what happened then?
She made him disappear. He was gone. We saw her stand on a cliff. A woman in a spacesuit. Kenneth approached her and she looked at him. Boom! One gesture of her hand and he was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Gone as in turned to dust.
Are you drunk? Did this woman not see you?
No, I was hidden behind a hill. Then she started turning towards me. I jumped into the rover and drove off. I got beat up pretty bad, but I didn't care.
And you want me to believe this hogwash?
Yes, I know what I saw. I maybe don't know who it is, but that woman was wearing one of our suits.
Right. You're going to medical. Right now. Have them check out your head.
Any ideas? Because I'm stumped.
Nope, the solar module is broken and we don't have a replacement. And the cables don't fit the hydrogen systems because nobody is able to decide on a standard for them yet. You know? The emergency generator by the drilling hole has a battery that it charges while it's running. That one might fit.
Mark would kill you.
Yeah, it would only last a couple of hours, but if they ever pick the rover up, well, at least they wouldn't have to push it.
I'll keep it in mind.
It's got power from the station, but just showed... I only know the point's name, but I don't have the coordinates. I have to look for them on the control room's console.
Tony, we saw her again yesterday. At first on a security camp, and then we saw her in person. She somehow made the plants grow faster? They're already covering parts of the building outside.
We have to be careful, but we can't do anything but evacuate.
She doesn't seem to be dangerous, even though we don't know how she's doing what she's doing. The ship will be here in 3 days.
The return was scheduled for yesterday.
As if I didn't know that. What?
She said something.
And what did she say?
That's not important, but it's the way she sounded.
What did she sound like?
She sounded like Tessa.
Impossible. Your imagination is playing tricks on you, Joe.
You think? She's already doing things that should be impossible. So what does that change?
You're stressed, Joe. Tessa wants to and will save us. You know her. She won't kill us.
You're probably right. Sorry, I just had to tell someone. To say it out loud.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll get through this.
It's supposed to contain a battery that fits into the rover. This cylinder down here looks like the compartment for it. It's supposed to contain a battery that fits into the rover. This cylinder... This has to be the compartment. Alright, I guess all the cables have to come off first. And there it is. As long as I don't know what's missing, I won't do anything with it. There's As long as I... All areas are open and the garbage incinerator is generating power. I shouldn't change anything around. What's this, Core?
That's a mission console. With this, you can access saved locations and expeditions from this station's past. Scanning. I can find no evacuation data.
We can take a look at it anyway, even if it won't get us anywhere.
We only know part of the sector name of the evacuation point, 29 to 14. But 2 digits are missing and probably only the security officer knows them. We only know part of the... We only know part of the sector name of the evacuation point. We only know part of the sector name of the We only know part of the sector name of the evacuation point. 29 to 14. But 2 digits are missing and probably only the security officer knows them. We only know part of the
I only know one.
Tessa, we're not going for a joyride. We want to find the evacuation point. Here we will not find out which of the points was their evacuation point. We only know part of the sector name of the evacuation point. 29 to 14.
I'll switch it off. The flickering is getting on my nerves. I don't think this is going to change anything. I'll switch it off. The flickering is getting on my nerves. All areas are open and the garbage incinerator is generating power. I shouldn't change anything around. I only know one part of the evacuation point's coordinates. I'm missing 2 more numbers. It won't open. A large industrial hook made from cast iron with a rung. That can probably carry a lot. Let's see what else. Looks like Tony took part from this injection gun. A small bed.
Attention warning.
This mixer might be useful. Let's see. Test tubes, pipettes, spoons. Everything a good chemistry set needs. Everything.
Well then, let's have a... No, the scan... He's not even...
But he's been...
What?
He didn't say... And I thought you...
Well...
There's nothing important. In it are a lot of light capsules for blacklight. But they're all different sizes. Even if I needed them, I'd have no... Another light capsule.
Tony.
No more field work? As command, isn't that what you said? And yet you're on... I understand, but then you... Because of the... Who is this Melissa Luna, I wondered? According to the mission data, she was part of all kinds of missions in the... I compared her whenever you had to leave for... But because Melissa Luna, I swore I'd love and cherish you. But instead, you kept it a secret, and I want to see you again. We've had contact, and so maybe I'll come.
Commander Carter, I hope this... I've tried to reach you on We've started the evacuation protocol, Noah. We haven't heard from any... The whole team, and we've had problems. One of the broken... I also hope the evacuation point...
I only know one part of the evacuation point's...
We only know part of the sector name of the evacuation point, 29 to 14. But 2 digits are missing and probably only the security officer knows them. This hallway leads to the workers' quarters and the station's leader. Every door can only be opened with the corresponding person ID card. This is the commander's quarter.
No access. No access. No access.
I can retrieve a box for hazardous materials. The other boxes are all assigned to individual employees. I'm going to need their ID cards. The computer controls the robot.
If you insert an ID,
there was nothing else in it. There were just a few texts in there that I don't think are going... There's a manuscript here. It's signed by Melissa. There was nothing else in it. There's a manuscript here. A short... It's signed... A 3D printer that can...
But there's no material in it.
This controls the 3D printer.
The model simply includes 3 shells. The model simply includes 3 shells.
I don't know.
It's got power from the station, but just shows air. I only know the point's name, but I don't have the coordinates. I have to look for them on the control room's console. As long as I don't know what's missing, I won't do anything with it. There's diagnosis programs for that. I removed it from the generator. One of the mechanics said that it should fit in the rover.
Of course it doesn't work.
the outpost's main control room. The consoles on the left side are used for communication inside processes like drill depth, garbage incineration. The devices on the right side are used to control air and water. And you can also access mission data. This whole room is connected to the incinerator's main energy supply.
I only know one part of the evacuation point's coordinate.
Tessa, we're not going here. We will not. We only know. Outpost 1124 of I cannot detect.
I'm pretty sure I'll find something better to do with this strap now that the gate's open.
This is a part of the scrap that was blocking the hole. Lots of pieces of metal. I don't see why I should carry around all that heavy stuff.
3 tension straps.
Perfect for joining things together, or giving large, unwieldy things a point of connection.
The hook can hold these straps easily. I can lift or pull something heavy with this construction.
It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though.
The hook can hold these straps easily. I can lift or pull something heavy with this construction.
It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though.
Now I have to go through the gate like a normal person. Now I have to go through the gate like a normal person.
Minerals and ores were mined here. I really hope I removed the battery for the rover. It won't turn on again. This beam attracts
You can move it with the console.
It all looks so beautiful from up here. I can't reach them with anything, and there's no way for me to get them out.
I try not to doubt your hue. You are standing.
As long as I don't know what's missing, I won't do anything with it. It's got power from the station. I only know the points. As long as I don't know what's missing. The hook can hold these straps easily. I can lift or pull something heavy with this construction. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though. If I attach them to the crane, I could probably lift something pretty heavy. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though. I could wedge that in there to give it a good grip, but I don't know what and why. Core, what can you—
High performance, the entire you can fit a
If I attach them to the crane, I could probably lift something pretty heavy. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though. Core, what can you—
High perform the entire structure,
and
you can fit a lot. If I attach them to the crane, I could probably lift something pretty heavy. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though.
could wedge that in there to give it a good grip, but I don't know what and why. As long as I don't know... It's got power. I only know the... There he is! He stopped specifically to point at something.
It can only be this sign.
Level 02. Could these be the last numbers of the evacuation point?
This is very possible, but would also be a great coincidence.
29, 14, 02.
You should be able to find the mission point in the console on the right side in the control room.
That's the point the security officer was talking about. Let's have a look then. A fully functioning rover could manage this route, yes. I doubt the one in the hangar would manage it. I have to repair it and check the analysis program to find out more. Okay, so we'll definitely need the rover. I guess we'll play mechanic after all. Thanks for not pointing out that Mark would come in handy right now.